What is up, people of YouTube? I'm your host Vernon. This is Ash Meadows. Let's not fish that. Ladies and gents, if I may interject, between fishing and editing my videos, it's normally something like a week to 2 weeks before I actually upload a video. However, due to my schedule, I do have some older videos that I would like to share with you guys. So for instance, this specific video was actually filmed on this date. So let's get into it. Alright guys, this video is going to be a bit different than my other videos. There will be fish in this video, however we are not going to catch any fish today. We are going on a little road trip. We are going roughly about 2 hours west of Las Vegas. We are heading to a place called Ash Meadows National Wildlife Refuge. This park has lots of different animals, birds, reptiles, fish, all sorts of creatures, but we are coming here specifically to go and see the pupfish. This is an endangered species. These fish are only located in Ash Meadows. The first little critter we came across, however, is a small little horned lizard. This little guy was very well camouflaged, fitted well into his surroundings. After gathering some information from the visitor center and spending some time in the little shop, we made our way down to the nearby Crystal Springs. The park has provided these easy access walkways to most of the springs. This also helps protect the local fauna and flora. And here we have Crystal Springs. Just look at how clear that water is. And here we find our first fish. I do, however, believe that these are non-native western mosquito fish. As humans quite often do, we brought in some non-native species into the area. Luckily, it seems that these species aren't interfering with the pupfish and their food source. Another non-native species we found was the red swamp crayfish. From the spring, we followed this little stream running through the desert here, completely changing the look and the lay of the land. And in this little stream, we happened to find our little algae-eating friends and our first look at the little pupfish. Being fall already, they don't have their vivid colors like they normally would have in the spring. Although these springs might look similar, they are all different. Some of them are cold water, some of them are warm water, most of them aren't connected. This creates different environments for different fish, which in turn creates different species in these springs, each one adapted to their own particular habitat. We then made our way north to Longstreet Spring and Cabin. Here we met some friendly locals busy building a home. The park has loads of information points explaining points of interest, differences in the springs and in the inhabitants. Vegetation at this spring made it hard to see anything, so we made our way to Rogers Spring. From here, we moved on to Crystal Reservoir, which is one of 2 reservoirs in the park, contributing to this oasis in the desert. We then met a Nevada side-blotched lizard on our way to Point of Rocks. At Point of Rocks, of course, is where you'll find the King's Spring. And it was here where we finally got a good look at our little pupfish. Okay, so making this video is the closest thing that I'm going to get to adding this little fish to my life list. There is a lot more photos and pictures that I would actually like to show you guys. For instance, these information boards that I referred to. However, these boards are trademarked and copyrighted, and thus I won't be showing them to you guys. You'll just have to visit Ash Meadows yourself to see them. Now, these little guys, and I call them little because they are somewhere between the size ranges of a dime to a quarter. For my South African viewers, that's 10 cents and a 2 rand coin. These guys are, however, not different species, as I mentioned in the video. They are, however, different subspecies. And these 3 subspecies are actually located just inside Ash Meadows, nowhere else. There are a few other different subspecies of pupfish. One of them is actually located inside Death Valley itself, and then there are loads that are actually thought to be extinct or already extinct. You will have noticed that one of the subspecies is the Devil's Hole pupfish, and that I have not mentioned them at all in this video. Reason for that is I found the Devil's Hole to be quite a disappointment. The reckless nature of some people meant that they kind of put the fish in jail by putting a steel cage around the Devil's Hole. In my video description down below, the little part that says show me more, if you click on that, I will put a link in there for a video to WonderHussy's channel. She actually has a video specifically focusing on the little Devil Holes pupfish. Okay, so if you consider yourself a nature lover, this is a place you have to go and visit. It's worth the drive. We thought of going there for an hour or 2, ended up spending the entire day having a little picnic, stuff like that. So when is a good time to visit? Well, as mentioned in the video, spring is a good time. That is especially when the fish are vibrant in colors and look their best. However, we went there during end of summer, early fall, and the fish still had some color to them. Summertime is going to be hot. We are still in the middle of the desert after all. If you do go there in the summer, remember to take lots and lots of water. Always stay hydrated. Winter is a good time to go there as well. To my understanding, this is the time of year when stuff like bighorn sheep come down from the mountains, come down into The Oasis do get some water, stuff like that. Just be aware that in winter times they do get snow. The place can get covered in snow as well. Alright, that's it for this video. If you're new to the channel, consider hitting the subscribe button. Feel free to like and comment. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.